Welcome to my channel. This is definitely one of the most important videos that I'll probably upload to my channel. So if you have bumped into this video, know that it is divine. If you bumped into this channel, period, it's divine. There's over 700 videos here to help you increase your emotional maturity, to help you better reconnect with yourself, to help you get closure in your external relationships, to help you heal your inner child, to help you do shadow work, to help you understand narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships, to give you more wisdom on your journey in life. So take what you can to help you on your journey. And you'll hear me say that often. But that's real. Take what you can. But you're definitely not going to be able to take it if your mind is not ready to receive it. This is why sometimes people say, hey, I went back and listened to this video a year later and it hit different. I was in a different space. I had evolved. My mind was ready to receive the information. So, this, like I said, is going to be one of the most important videos that I'll upload to this channel. Understanding that you have sexual energy to begin with, and knowing that you need to protect your sexual energy, and being aware of sexual energy vampires is so important. It's so important, you guys, and we're going to talk about why. Now, a lot of the people that come to this channel have experienced a lot of toxic relationships, and that's why they are being directed to this channel as I create content to address those issues and experiences. And time again, a lot of questions come to me as I am a life coach in private sessions and through the comment sections under my videos, through the public and private support group that I run on Facebook. And it's the same questions all the time. And they're scratching their head, a lot of times survivors, people who have come out of these toxic situations feeling drained and feeling depleted. And they're trying to understand, why does it seem and feel like that toxic person, that narcissist, is riding off into the sunset, that they have a pep in their step, that they are energized and they're fueled and they seem pretty happy and content? Well, I'm gonna break this down to you guys energetically, what's going on, because guess what they just did to get into that state, and what they've been doing over and over in their cycles of abuse with various people throughout their lives. They have been an energy vampire. They're just general energy vampires. Okay? But this video, we're going to talk about the sexual energy vampires. So what that person has done is they have sucked energy out of you. They're taking your light, and it is refueling them, and it is bringing positive things into their life because you have good energy. But on a flip side, once you sleep with them, you're taking in their bad energy, because that's all they have to exchange with you, right? That's all they're able to harness with inside of them on their own, because their energy is weak, their energy is dark, their energy is dirty, and their energy is tainted. So when you lay down with someone that you're not equally yoked with, you lay down with someone that is toxic, and even further down the spectrum, narcissists, this is what you're getting in exchange for what you're giving them. It's like they're able to go to a 5-star restaurant with 25 cents in their pocket. It's not even enough to get a glass of water or a bottle of water in that establishment. This is what they're getting access into. And this is why I've been saying lately and for years on this channel to watch who you're sharing your energy with, period, but understanding the sexual energy. The person that you choose to sleep with is extremely important, And I just think that we are in a society where sex has become so casual. But look at what it has done in our communities. Look at all of the confusion. Look at all the devastation. Look at all the disruption that it has caused in our communities and in society, period. And this goes beyond racial, but especially in a black community. Especially in a black community. Your body really is a temple. It's housing your spirit, it's housing your soul, it's housing your whole essence. When you allow someone to connect with you on the highest level of intimacy, whether you're using it for that or not, is what you're doing. You have to be mindful of who you are coming into contact with and who you're allowing to have access. That's why you hear people say, and it's a cliche, it sounds it, but it's true, everyone's not allowed to sit at your table. And your table is including your sexual partners. Because when you do this with someone that's unequally yoked, they're eating off of your strength. They're eating off of your strength. They're eating off of your light. This is how they have the energy after they've torn you down. Because in order to tear you down, they have to deplete you and take your energy. But if your energy is good and positive, it's making them more powerful. But what are you getting in exchange? You know, it's like the finest glass of spring water versus one that's in a septic tank that's not cleaned or purified even. Filthy, dirty, muddy water is what you're getting to drink. Do you see how unfair that is? As far as they don't deserve that. But in the universe's eyes, it's fair because you allowed them to do it. You allowed them to tap in, to get access, to you approve that exchange. And then I understand that there are situations where there was rape, and that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother situation that I'm not going to really address in this video. We're just talking about consensual right here, for the most part. So we have to protect our sexual energy, you guys, and understand the power inside of it. See, a lot of people are uncomfortable with harnessing their sexual energy. They don't even understand the power that's inside of that. Like they don't know what to do with it as it builds up. When your sexual energy builds up, someone that's basic minded, very common, they're going to feel frustrated. They don't know how to rechannel it, how to redirect it. They feel they're one-dimensional with it. Well, I gotta get rid of these cobwebs. I gotta, find someone somewhere to release it, right? But let me let you know something. You could take that energy, you guys, and redirect it somewhere else in your life. There's been lots of studies where it shows that actually harnessing this sexual energy in your singleness actually makes your mind more clear-headed. And this makes sense if you're following what I'm saying here, because every time you're sleeping with someone, you're mixing with their energy and whatever they have connected to them. So if you're laying down with a low-down, dirty dog, and this person that ain't worth nothing, ain't bringing nothing to the table, ain't a healer, ain't nothing, what do you think? How do you think that's going to make you feel? Especially as you do this over and over and over and over. You keep re-exposing yourself to this. That's why I cringe when people tell me I miss having sex with the narcissist. I cringe. Do you know what type of demonic, dark, dirty entities you were getting in bed with? Like if we were able to put on some special shades here, and this is called opening your third eye, and you could see this person for what they really are, not for what they appear to be on a 3D. But if you can go up 4D, 5D, 6D, if you can go in a higher realm and see what you're actually getting in bed with, it would frighten you. It would absolutely frighten you. But a lot of times our eyes are blocked, and it's not open enough where we could have a clear kind of vision that will allow us to be able to really see. I'm going to testify right here. There was someone in my life that I allowed access to me that was not worthy, and that should not have. And I actually seen in my higher vision, I seen the devil horns on their head. Like I seen it. I seen that silhouette. We were in a very dark room in the middle of the night, but there was enough lighting where I could see the silhouette. And it was like a peekaboo. Like I could literally see that demon. And it creeped me out. It creeped me out. I wasn't sure if I was like going crazy at the time or what. And I wasn't in my strength at the time, so I didn't give it the weight that I should have, but I definitely marinated on it. And in due time, shortly thereafter, I ended that relationship. You know, it was definitely not ordained in my life, but it was kind of at a turning point where things were about to really come full circle with me. And I had to realize all the time I had given my power and energy away. My beautiful, powerful and energy, like, you know, a heart of gold, like the best intentions to all these people who had the worst intentions for me. And I seen how fair that exchange was, how unfair it was, and how that devastated my life. You know, how it devastated my life. I married, you know, into a weak relationship where my energy and essence was pure and theirs was dark and dirty. You know, I brought children into the world by a weak man, and I bore those consequences. And I just, you know, I don't want that for you guys. And some of you have already experiencing these consequences, and, you know, it's called cause and effect. It is a cause and effect. If they're able to attract someone who doesn't know their worth and mooch off of their energy and build themselves up while tearing you down, yeah, the cause and effect is they have an opportunity to get stronger, to have good life source, to help balance out their poor one. And in the meanwhile, your cause and effect is you get depleted, and then you get mixed in with their demons and their dark energy. You know, some people are just so burdened with needing to be in relationships. That's called codependency. Needing to have a sexual partner and feeling punished for not having that. Sometimes your gift may require singleness. Your gift is too great. And you were put on here to be a helper and a healer. And in this lifetime, maybe those romantic relationships aren't going to be your bread and butter, aren't going to be the shining light of your light. And you're like, well, wait a minute. I'm not asexual. What do I do? Am I just supposed to not have sex in my life? No, I'm not going to say that. But if you do lay down with someone, they need to be great, whether you're married to them or not. They need to be of a certain caliber. You can't just lay down with anybody. You can't just lay down with anybody and mix your energy with anybody. That is what you need to take away from this. And then you get these toxic soul ties with these losers, with these bums. And they're just milking you and draining you. So, I don't want you to be burdened by being needy or by needing to be selective and choosy, basically. Don't be burdened by that, because the burden that most people will feel is, okay, I have a smaller pool to choose from at this point. That means that most people that I meet are not going to be eligible and qualified. Well, you know what? It's not a burden. It just means that you have a certain caliber. But even if you look at it as a burden, what's more of a burden? Taking on their dark energy? Letting them plant seeds and giving birth to their children? And we love our children. But you get to choose who the father of your children is going to be. You get to give them a better opportunity. And then it's less work and energy for you to try to fight and work hard, because half of the DNA is going to come from that side over there. And you're trying to cleanse your child of something that's running through their bloodstream. And you know how challenging and difficult and hard that is to try to push that into the background or get rid of it altogether. The uphill battle of raising a child when you have it with a man like that. I always tell people, do not have a child with an angry man. Don't have a child with a man that ain't about nothing. You don't want to pass that energy into your children. And then you're going to have to fight as a mother to try to rectify it, to try to balance it, to try to subdue it, to try to push it in the background or get rid of it. And then in some cases you may not even be able to get rid of it 100%, to try to quiet it, to try to tame it, that is a lot. And then some of you wondering why, raising children has been so challenging for you, because you had your child with an angry man. You had a child with a toxic person. I mean, none of this is miraculous. It's all connected, you guys. So while you're wondering, why does that narcissist seem to be happy and glowing? Because he took your energy. Because while energy never dies, it's transferable. It's transferable. So if you're going to be giving your energy to someone, you got to make sure they're giving you some good energy in return. In return, it has to, for self-preservation, it has to become important, or else what? They get to harness your energy and light and glow up undeservingly. And they're gaining access, although shallow, to a higher vibration and frequency. And then you're like, oh, they don't want me anymore, because now you're getting on a lower vibration. The more they're sucking out of your higher vibration and you're taking in their low vibrations, what do you think that's doing? That's lowering you in life. And this is why women who have been celibate have to be particularly careful. You know how many women come to me in coaching sessions after holding out on sex for years, and then they go right into the arms of a narcissist? That potent energy, that narcissist is like hungry for that. Like, whoa, this woman, you harnessed it for that long, and now you're about to give him all of that that's harnessed inside of you. It's like becoming a virgin again, and now they get to suck out your purity. On the darkest side, this is what people that are into pedophilia, they want that youthfulness of the child. They want the purity. They want that energy. It's like a fountain of youth to them. And that's the thing. This narcissist, they don't want you. They want that energy. But once your energy becomes tainted by theirs, it's unappealing at that point. They want fresh, vibrant light. And this is what's going on, you guys. This is what's going on. So the question is going to be at this time, are you still willing to just freely give your energy away? Your sexual energy, your energy period. But, we're talking about sexual in this video. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to take on projects in your romantic relationships, which is completely inappropriate? Why should your romantic partner, your life partner, be a project? It's one thing if you are a healer and you were put on a path to help teach the masses, to help uplift people here and there. And even then, you have to be selective of which projects and what you should be getting involved in. But why on earth should your life partner be a project that is sucking and draining you? That's not the way that God designed things. He brings two people together for His glorification. Not to destroy you, not to disrupt, not to destruct. We have to start caring about ourselves a lot more than we do. We have to really know our worth and be thankful and be very happy and content with holding out until the opportunity is right, until it's equally yoked, until it's deserving and worthy, until you're going to be getting that good energy back. We have to redefine clean sex here. Yeah, clean sex, yeah, we're not going to get an STD. Clean sex also needs to be spiritually clean as well. It's not enough that you don't have STDs and that you are actually single. Okay, where are you vibrating? If I exchange energy with you, what type of energy are you going to be exchanging back to me? Because once your cup is empty, you have to go through this whole process of scraping yourself up off the ground. Because trust me, the person who depleted you, they'll be on to the next. And with a pep in their step, full of the energy that they got from you. And then you have to go and replenish yourself and start feeding and fueling yourself. And that takes so much energy. And some of you, enough really has to be enough. You have to get tired of giving your good energy and just getting this dirty, tainted energy back in return. You have to love yourself enough to say, you know what, I'm going to harness my sexual energy. I'm going to use it in my career. I'm going to use it in getting healthy. I'm going to redirect that energy until I could flow it out sexually. Until it's time to do it that way. I can use that energy somewhere else. I could use it somewhere else. And be okay with that. Don't be burdened by that. Because that's when you'll need to make quick, rash decisions and do things that you shouldn't be doing. All right, you guys. I hope that, this is getting through to someone and that you decide that you will never, ever, ever just give your energy away to someone who doesn't deserve it, to someone you're not equally yoked with. That has to become serious. That has to become your core principle values. No more. No more. If you've had children by a weak man, never again. Don't do it again. Do not open your legs and allow a man or woman, people, there's LGBTQ, don't allow anybody to come and suck your energy that ain't on your level. That ain't on your level. And that's the bare minimum. They have to at least be on your level. And get out of a shallow sense of what on your level is. Yes, financially, yeah. But spiritually, mentally, psychologically, you guys. Because what do you think is attached to them if they're full of mental illness and stuff? So what do you think you're bringing into your stratosphere when you lay down with them? It can't be enough that they are pleasing to your three-dimensional eyes. Look inside of that shell of a human body. What's inside of it and what is it filled of? That has to become more important. Or else you're going to keep repeating cycles. And as you get more depleted, it is going to drain you on a level where you're not even going to know how to pick yourself up. And it's going to take so much more energy. So much more energy. All right. So replay this video as you need. Let this soak in. You deserve better. It stops today. I don't care what you did last night, what you did a few minutes, who you were entertaining. It stops now. Take inventory. Should I even be talking to this person? Am I just trying to have a place filler because I don't know how to be in my singleness and be satisfied and be happy and be prosperous and wait for my divine timing? We got to do better. We got to do better because we're going to keep putting ourselves in these setbacks. And it is delaying. It's delaying the harvest that you really want and deserve. Get it now. Get it now. And if you done ran into this video and you ain't even never had sex yet, or you're in celibacy for a long time, or you're doing that shadow work, good for you. Don't learn the hard way. Take heed. Take the wisdom. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Stop casting your pearls before swine. Stop. Stop. All right, you guys. You got to stop doing it. Stop giving them your energies for them to run off into the sunset and then just waste it on somebody else. It's not even boomeranging back to you. Come on. They're just going to take it and they're not even valuing it. They're not valuing it. They're just going to go waste it on somebody else. We got to do better, you guys. And you will, and you can. Claim it. Decide. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, how many people you don't let run up in you. None of that. It's never too late. You can stop now. You can stop now. You can stop and choose better now. Whatever your consequences are, if you had to raise these children now, it's just your consequence. But you can still replenish yourself so that you can be in a better energy. Why you have to do that. And don't make it worse. Don't add more by a weak man. And once you get yourself up strong, be wary. That is when they are going to come back the strongest and the hardest. After you have done the work and you start glowing again and you have replenished yourself, you done, got their mud out of you, and you've repurified yourself. You've detoxed it. Your mind and your body. And you've removed that filth and dirt and toxins. That's when they're going to try to come back. Because now they want that energy again. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. You got to remember how that was hanging around you and pulling you down. Redirect that energy until it's really right. And you have to see that as life or death, you guys. You have to start seeing it as life or death. All right, you guys. Take care.